It's XCOM2 again. Hello, we're back, and starting in the infirmary today because it's kind of full. We're in a bit of a predicament. Again, feels like this is a predicament that's just kind of the status quo for us at the moment. We've got 7 people tired, we've got 10 people wounded, we've got 5 people on covert actions. Last time was a time for sure. Mufus and Priad got ambushed and subsequently dealt with in a fashion that was, for all intents and purposes, kind of brutal. We then got a assault mission to rescue a VIP, which we did succeed at, but not at any cost. That makes no sense. Whatever, you know what I mean. We took a lot of hits in that mission. We didn't lose anybody. We got very close to losing our Spark unit, which had to get out of town fairly early on into the mission. Goonstone nearly went down, but with some liberal application of medkit, came back and helped us win the day. But yeah, everyone that went on that mission came back a little bit sore, for lack of a better way of putting it. The good news is that there are a couple of promotions to dish out to Kalani, Arch Enemy, and Kurog, the Spark unit. So get those out of the way first and foremost. So for Kalani, our Sapper, up to Lieutenant now. Kind of feeling like Salvo wouldn't necessarily be the worst choice in the world. I wouldn't mind looping back onto concussion grenades, or vice versa. And in actual fact, for Kalani, I think going down a little bit more of a support route with the flashbangs and generally just being able to disorient things ain't such a bad call, so we'll pick that one up. Arch Enemy, I thought Zari had a promotion there, and it's just overlapping lots of things telling me, oh my god, everyone's panicking and dying. Arch Enemy, our Phalanx, who's been on quite a few missions recently and is subsequently down to 0 will. But during those missions has proven that he is so capable of taking it. It's insane. Probably not going to see Arch Enemy for a little while now, though, because 0 will's pretty nuts and does need a bit of a rest after all of the dings he's been taking. For Lieutenant ability, though, Phalanx Guard is kind of nice. Activate to guard against the next incoming attack, which reduces its effectiveness. Can use it like multiple times if you're that way inclined, and it's used automatically if Arch Enemy doesn't attack. So Phalanx Guard is kind of cool. Marauder means that Arch Enemy can shoot twice in one turn, put simply, or can shoot and then move rather than shooting always just ending the turn. And Safeguard is kind of like the defensive version of the Shoulder to Lean On. So Shoulder to Lean On grants allies within 1 tile that bonus aim. Safeguard grants allies within 1 tile additional defense in that shots against them have a aim penalty. I'm less enthusiastic about Safeguard simply because I quite like having Arch Enemy out there in the middle of everything, doing what they have proven themselves to be able to do best. I think it's probably going to be Marauder, just to help Arch Enemy land those kills, although with 67 aim, maybe not Marauder, and instead we go for Phalanx Guard. You know what, let's try out Phalanx Guard, because typically I would just go for Marauder. And finally, Kurog, our Spark unit, who is going to be out of action for 21 days, took a huge amount of damage in the last mission, but was able to survive it. Nevertheless, got a promotion. In fact, up to night. I wonder if... Yeah, so they now get access to reboot. The Spark takes enough damage to be killed, health is reduced to just 1, and it's shielded for the rest of the turn. So, like, we can effectively evacuate Kurog here if they're in a position where they are going to die. Death from above is quite nice in that it refunds an action if Kurog gets a kill, on condition that Kurog's at a higher elevation level. Additional shred on grenades is quite nice. The defensive mine I'm less enthusiastic about. I'd prefer to keep Kurog as that artillery that it's become quite adept at being, except for when we take it into a sewer. Combat awareness, less enthusiastic about that one. I think we'll roll death from above because of what it would be beneficial to do is get the kill and then be able to reload without having Goonstone feeding reloads to Kurog constantly. Kind of frees up use cases a bit more. So yeah, we'll roll death from above. That's it though. Right now we've got Nacho, Dirthel, Brenwyn and Trollpants available, and looking at the timers, it looks like Shandon's going to be back in action quite soon, so is Gwen. So we're not as bad as I first thought, which ain't so bad. Grim's going to be back in a day. Sinatra's back in 2 days. Yeah, we're actually, in theory, anyway, we're fine. But theory and application are certainly two different things. We'll get the clock ticking. We might see alien encryption. Before all that, the Avatar project has made some progress. Sorry to interrupt you, Central. I know you like saying that. And we've got a day left on the supply drop, so we'll go finish capping those. We are still working on getting resistance comms. That's, I think, got 12 days left on it. 10 days, in fact, even better. And once we've got that, we can start looking at getting some work done on reducing the Avatar project. Hopefully. Kind of feeling like every time plans are made at the moment, something gets in the way. We do need to check out the old black market because our supplies are pretty low, and then we'll get back to work scanning for the Illyrium and alloys whilst we wait for the next disaster. We have got a fair chunk of intel, so I'm inclined to burn 50 on those supplies. A scientist for 85 ain't the worst thing that could happen. Actually, it would bring us to 5 scientists. And it would still leave us enough intel in the bank to... Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that's... I've still got 152 intel. That's enough to get to the next country, I guess, area. Contact, resistance contact, they are the words that I was looking for. I'm going to sell Void Rift just because I don't really feel like Nacho needs it, and it's worth 160 supplies, which is kind of ridiculous. And then other than that, we can sell... we'll sell the auto refueling tank and Officer Corps, Trooper Corps. Okay, it's an Assault Trooper Corps. Yes, we can get rid of that. Advanced Trooper Corps, we need to autopsy still, which is fine. I don't think it'll be used for anything after that, but we never know, so maybe keep a hold of it. We can sell the Muton Corps. Zealot Gauntlets we can sell, because we're using Tempest Gauntlets. And I kind of feel like that might be it. Psionic Conduits, actually... Yeah, we'll run Psionic Conduit and Soulfire on Nacho. That's what we'll do. I knew there was like an additional reason. In fact, no, we got Fireball. That was the real reason. I figured we could get rid of the insanity thingy that we are. And I think that's it. I can't see anything else that would make sense for us to sell right now. Yeah, I guess... I mean... I'm sort of like and ahhing about it, but that's still 221 in the bank, which brings us up to a pretty respectable 500. So all of a sudden we have resources, which is great because we've got so many things to buy. Speaking of resources, let's see if we... I mean, it's very unlikely that, what was it, 12 days are going to pass without anything happening. But stranger things have happened at sea. Alien encryption should be ready to go. And remove a dark event covert action. That was collateral damage. We looked at this last time and said no thank you. And unfortunately, fortunately, depending on the way you look at it, we've got another assault mission. This is going to delay the Avatar project, and we do want to do this. We're dealing with additional troopers, we're dealing with the Lost, and we're dealing with additional reinforcements, and and Exalt, just for good measure. Good grief, that's a lot of mission modifiers. Okay, well, now that we've got access to, unless I'm mistaken, need to check that. We get a Sapper and a Phalanx out of this as well, which isn't so bad at all, and it's a Gala Survivors mission, so yeah, okay. The modifiers are intense, but if we rescue the Phalanx and Sapper that are on the ground already, then we go from 6 to 8, which is pretty good. I think we might see a Ruler or a Chosen on this mission, but we want to take it because we wanted to counter that dark event that's going to add to the Avatar project. Kurog with 2 hit points, you are not coming on this mission. And yes, we did in fact finish the Lost Autopsy for the Ultrasonic Law, so we're going to bring that and hopefully make some good use of it. Let's get set up and then figure out what gear we might want to bring. We'll bring Nacho, because as I said before, I feel like a Chosen might appear. We gonna want Troll Pants, because we want that field medic. And Athos, Combat Engineer with the Lost is never a bad idea. In terms of Phalanx, we've got so many options. We've got like 3 Phalanxes ready to go. I think we'll bring Gwen, simply because Gwen's got Born to Kill, which helps them regain will, and then Pounce would be super useful as well. So Gwen, and then Reed I think is probably worthwhile, because an assault infantry is always just a good thing. And right at the top of the list, Shandin never misses a shot, so we'll bring Shandin. And then we just need to gear these guys up and hit the ground. So, quick round of Predator armor first of all. Don't leave home without it. Unless you're Nacho, in which case you get the plated Templar armor. And then we should have a Gauntlet Mark II available. We do. Shadowkeeper on Gwen, and the Alloy Shield as well. And then we want to start looking at upgrading the primary weapons. Arc Blade for Reed there, and Tempest Gauntlets, great. Alrighty, so main weapons. Troll Pants on the improvised. We should have something better than the cannon. Yes, we do. Look at that thing. That's cool as hell. Shotgun, we should have the augmented shotgun. And for Shandin, I'm not that enthusiastic about the Assault Rifle actually. I think we probably build a magnetic rifle. Although that being said, if we do that, and no, we do, because I kind of want to make sure that Shandin's got as many weapon upgrades as possible, because the more effective they are, the better. So where is that mag rifle in this ever-growing list of stuff? There it is. There we go. So all of a sudden, people are looking a little bit better. And speaking of weapon upgrades, we'll start with Shandin, so you can make the most use of them. I like the advanced reflex sight for that 10 aim on the reaction shots, but the decreased long range accuracy is kind of unfortunate. So I think we'll just take the 5% increase on reaction without the penalty on the basic reflex sight. Expanded magazine's going to be useful there as well. And we have got access to tracer rounds and blue screen rounds. Tracer rounds would be kind of ridiculous on Shandin. It would bump his aim up to 104. So I think actually we'll just run the blue screens on Shandin as an answer to any potential mechanical nonsense we deal with. For Athos, I think that's going to be the lightweight frame, just to add the mobility there. And we'll add the reflex sight onto this as well. Athos, we will give the tracer rounds to, just to get that aim up a little bit higher. Troll Pants gets a nano med kit because he's the field medic. Gwen, I think, is probably going to be in the best position to run the ultrasonic lure, which will be used liberally. Reed, we'll run mag grenade on, and then we'll keep Nacho with the plasma, I say, without committing to... Yeah, we will keep Nacho with the plasma. Okay, fine. So last few weapon upgrades and then we'll get going. Advanced laser sight and wildcats. Have we got advanced wildcats yet? Unfortunately not. Troll Pants, we want mobility for sure. There it is. And then we'll run... I think we'll run the reflex on Troll Pants as well, and then the speed loader. And then for Nacho, we got access to Fireball, which should come in handy with the Lost. Stasis is kind of nice. But do we Stasis though? I think we do run Stasis. Stasis and Fireball for Nacho sounds nice. And then Arc Thrower or Pistol. I guess it makes no sense to use the pistol when we've got the assault rifle with the auto reloads there, so we'll run the Arc Thrower on Troll Pants. But that's us. We've got Nacho, Troll Pants, Athos, Gwen, Reed and Shandon. Trail of Stroke is the operation name. We're off to gather survivors from the abandoned city for a lot of rewards, it looks like, but actually it's just 24 intel, a delay on a dark event, and 2 new soldiers. And then all of the sit reps. Extra reinforcements, extra troopers, the Lost are here, and Exalt have been going to be joining us as well, just for good measure. Let's do this. I say with an air of confidence that I do not feel.
In position to drop.
If we make good use of the ultrasonic lure, then I think we can come out of this one reasonably well. And saying this on the loading screen seems like I'm sealing my fate, but I'm going to say it anyway. If the additional soldiers we can rescue in this mission are close to where we land, that's going to make a huge difference too.
One of our contacts in the resistance has reached out with an emergency request.
Here comes the fun. What an interesting operation, a Trail of Stroke. They're all randomly generated, in case you were wondering. Which is why sometimes they are a little bit peculiar. Or in the case of Puke Asylum, absolutely hilarious. Right then. We are concealed, thankfully, although for how long we don't know. We've dropped in a corner, which I always like. And Bert is not that far, and if I remember rightly, Bert is a phalanx. So we'll beeline for Bert first of all. And then it looks like our second soldier is right next to the evac. Okay. Interesting, interesting. And our VIP is sort of in between those 2 points. So hopefully we can pick up Bert without too much incident and then figure ourselves out from there. I think we'll run... Who's got the most movement of everyone right now? It looks like it's Athos, actually. Gwen's on 11. Oh, Reed's on 13 too. Shandon's on 15. Wowza. And Nacho's on 17. Okay, Nacho it is then.
As you order.
Which is pretty good, actually, because we kind of want Nacho on the old front lines with those Tempest gauntlets. Lost on the roof. Okay. That's probably a fight that's going to need to be dealt with, but it looks like we can move everyone up onto this roof without any incident.
Got it.
Although Athos has just spotted something.
We've got a hostile squad here.
Oh. I'm really pleased we brought those blue screen rounds. Gwen will bring as close to the front as we can. Kind of wish that I'd put Reed where Athos is. Thinking about it, but not to worry. And Shandon can... Where can we pop Shandon? I guess... I thought that was going to be a spot that was early. I guess we'll just keep Shandon with Troll Pants for the time being. Pairing up Shandon with Gwen's not a bad idea, just to give Shandon that extra aim bonus from being near Gwen. But it looks like, yeah, our opening fight's not going to be with that mech after all. I'm glad I didn't finish that sentence. And there's no activations to speak of just yet, so the Lost and Advent are currently ignoring each other. Question is, we should be able to sneak around this house then, if Shandon gets an eye on what's going on behind here. It's unfortunate that we can't take the roof with those two guys up top, but, you know, swings and roundabouts. And yeah, I guess we should try and sneak around this way as much as we can. Rescuing Bert would break concealment, so not too enthusiastic about that idea just now. I wonder if it's sensible then for us to... Yeah, let's get into a position where we can open that door. We'll bring Gwen... Oh, it's not as far as I was hoping for Gwen to be able to run, that's fine. Reed...
Copy that.
And then Troll Pants up with Shandon, and that leaves Athos,
Got it. Moving.
who can go and admire these little plant pots. What would be pretty great, actually, is if we could get Shandon and maybe Troll Pants into this window here without being seen. Although actually, maybe we can get this roof taken care of. If we brought Gwen up, now that's gonna be a yellow move. Let's bring Troll Pants up to here, see what's behind this corner. And then if we get Shandon up here, hopefully this doesn't activate anything. Okay, nice. I think we can commandeer this high ground. Not the roof, because we know that there's two lost up there, but we can probably get... what I'd like is Athos up there, actually. So, door open, please. Oh, that was fortunate. But it does mean that we're not going through there. Let's just close that door. Okay. Well, there goes that plan. In which case, let's get Gwen up on the roof with Shandon.
Will do.
Nacho. It looks like we can bring to here, so let's do that. And then Athos and Reed. Athos, I guess, just chill here. It's a shame that this wonderful traffic light doesn't act as cover, because that would have been a pretty good spot for Reed to be chilling. Not the worst thing in the world, though. We'll just get Reed up next to Athos for now.
On Overwatch. Affirmative. Covering now.
Overwatch.
Okay, we have got Lost behind us now, but what I'm hoping to do... Oh, okay. They beat me to it, which is, you know, that's fine. That's less fine. That's not Overwatch, that was Pounce, which is the automatic shot on anything that activates. We're in a reasonable position, and they have actually run back from us. But it looks like things are about to start kicking up off. That's a bad miss from the old Scion there. I guess the aliens must have entered Overwatch without me realizing. This is Reaction Shot City. Right, Shandon's our blue screen. So we want Shandon in a position to do some work on the mech. We didn't reveal? We didn't reveal. We didn't reveal. How didn't we reveal? I'm not gonna question it. Is it because no? I have no idea how we didn't reveal, but we didn't reveal. We're still gonna go, but we didn't reveal. I'll stop saying we didn't reveal now, it's getting a bit weird. Okay, so, Nacho, Scion. And can you put some hurt on the Lost there as well? You can. And we can bring Nacho into this full cover. And if there is anything in this building, I'm expecting it to be the Lost, which is fine. So let's get to work. Hello, we are in fact here. That wasn't just a random shot from the rooftop. Nacho doesn't land the kill on the Scion, which is a tiny little bit of a problem. Just a smidgen of a problem, if you will. But not the worst thing in the world. Doesn't activate anything from there, which is great. Troll Pants then, we can move up into this full cover, although I'm kind of wondering maybe he is better for Troll Pants to get Bert in the mix. Although actually, now that I say that, this doorway's gonna potentially be better, I guess. I mean, either way it's in the doorway, but this provides cover from this angle. Other way around. This provides cover from the angle I was just talking about. Okay. Where does Bert go? If we activate Bert, we can bring Bert here. Shandon's in a pretty good spot. I wonder if Shandon's got a shot on the mech from where they are. They don't. Not the biggest problem though. Maybe Gwen's the one that we want to... In fact, we'll pop Gwen in this half cover. If anyone's taking damage this turn, I want it to be Gwen. And then, in fact, maybe we... Now we can't quite get into the cover, unfortunately. Not a guaranteed kill on the Howler either. And the Scion's a little bit more of a concern. Do I want a Lightning Hattens? Not really. And Gwen's the one with the lure, so let's hold on to that and let's see what Bert can accomplish here. We could bring Bert forward, and that would give it a better visual on throwing that Lost lure. There's a Sectopod hunt. Are you kidding me? Look at this thing. You know, before when we saw the mech and I was like, oh, I'm glad we brought the blue screen round. Seeing that, I'm ecstatic we brought the blue screen round. But cannot really accomplish a huge amount, and actually, although that said, I mean, 75 on the Scion's probably the shot to take here, actually. So let's run that. Nice work.
X-ray down.
I don't necessarily want to kill the Lost. This Howler included, actually. So I think we'll get as many shots as we can into this Stun Lancer. 65 is not the worst shot in the world. Does connect it as well, and we land an exploding car just for good measure. Did that take care of the Stun Lancer? It didn't. Stun Lancer's still there and alive. But the car kind of... Okay, you know what, it's fine. I think we bring Athos up a bit. I kind of want to keep everyone in full cover as much as possible. And 80% on the Stun Lancer, that's tracer rounds for you. That's our first major threat taken care of. Gwen we're holding on to. Reed then just pushes forward. Shandon, Shannon will position with Bert. Bert's going to give the same aim bonus that Gwen does. Don't want to take care of that Howler. Instead, what we'll do then is we'll get our first ultrasonic up here, and I want to get it as far as possible while still connecting with the mech. I think. Let's throw it into the darkness. We're going to hit the Pathfinder. We're going to hit the mech. Let's see if we can grab anything else whilst that goes on. What this thing does is, well, it doesn't just guarantee a swarm appears, although that was really nicely timed. I think that's going to be Exalt. But what it does is, when I can actually get a visual on it, I'll do it properly. It marks Advent with this little debuff, like skull icon here, and it makes them super appetizing for the Lost. So this Pathfinder and that mech right now are like dinner as far as the Lost are concerned. To the point where Lost will just completely ignore us. And just spotted it briefly there. But that Howler, there it is, has just disregarded everyone that we've got on the ground to head up here instead. 2 reinforcements. One of these is going to be Exalt. I think we'll use the second charge of the lure on Exalt. It doesn't look like we're getting a Chosen, which is, honestly, I'll take that. So we want to move up then, and this mech is probably going to be the first port of call. 94%. Easy money, Shandin.
Target eliminated.
Do you even know what mechs are for at this point? Remember when we used to be terrified of them? That seems like yesterday. We'll bring Reeds. I kind of want to see what else we can see, but I know that these reinforcements are coming, so maybe we want to position to get some Overwatchers on the go for those. That actually sounds like a really good idea. I'm glad I thought it when I did, rather than, you know, forgetting to do that and subsequently regretting my decisions. It unfortunately does look like the only things that we landed the lure on were just that mech and the Pathfinder, so it was a bit of a waste. Kind of feel like could have held on to it. What wouldn't be the worst thing in the world is popping a fireball on that brute. Yeah. Pop a fireball on the brute. Wow, that does damage. It didn't connect with the brute. It missed it. Good God. Of course it did. Of course it did. Not the end of the world.
Moving to position.
An annoyance for sure, but not the end of the world.
Moving to designated coordinates.
That's going to activate more stuff. Apparently. It is, because, like, I guess we had a glimpse of whatever's up there for a brief moment when Gwen maybe was repositioning.
Okay, I'll go.
I would have liked to get Reed a bit closer for the Overwatch I want to go for, but given that something else is going to pop up on the scene, we shall not. 65 is not great. Go for an Overwatch. Athos 74. Yeah, let's get some work done on the brute if we can. Well, we can't.
It's still moving.
It's the most evasive lost brute in the world. We'll run the 69%, why not? Connection.
Hit the armor.
And then, do we Overwatch with Reed, or do we take a 59% shot? No, we take the 59%. Nice.
My armor's tough.
And then Bert's got a shot to take too, so maybe we actually kill this brute. We do.
X-ray neutralized.
and as a result gets the free action there. We'll keep that Lost back there alive, but we'll get some work done on this Howler. And let's find out what new friends are joining us. That's Exalt. At least 4, potentially more. There might be 2 more in there that are in concealment. And it does look like 5 are on the ground there. And then we get, this is the Advent reinforcements from the sit rep. We have got that sector pod in the back there as well that we want to be considerate of. So, Gwen's next throw with the, yeah, there's, okay, if we can land a, great shot. Hey, Pounce is so good. If we can land a Lost Lure that connects with as many of these as possible, then we're in a pretty good position, I would say. We got the Scion down there, which is a big get. And Athos isn't in the worst position in the world either to get a reasonable flamethrower off, I would say. There it is. That's probably going to be the priority target. There's 2? Of course there's 2. Right, I think we lost lure and then make as much noise as possible this turn. That's probably going to be the go-to here. Because if we get the lost lure out and then make a huge amount of noise to bring as many lost as possible down on all of those red health bars. That's a potential grenade. Knock them off the roof and down into an unfortunate but necessary death. The Sector Bot Hunter is a cool looking enemy, I'll give it that much credit. It's a scary enemy, but it's a cool looking one. Does a lot of damage, 6 to 7 before crits. That's not a third one, is it? Is it a... It's a third one. Oh my goodness.
I think I'm bleeding.
Oh. Wow. Okay then. That's good news that more lost have appeared. Strange as it is to say. 3 Sectopod Hunters, a bunch of Pathfinders, Exalt, and then everything else that Advent have on the floor, plus the Lost. I really regret using the Lost Lure when we did. Having 2 charges right now would be really, really good. Instead, we're going to have to be clever about the way we use the last charge that we've got access to.
Getting that VIP to the extraction point supersedes all other
So,
priorities. Don't
Gwen.
let anything happen to him.
First of all, what work can you get done with lightning hands? We could get rid of one of those. Potentially one of the Pathfinders. Or do we just get some work into that Sectopod Hunter? 81%'s not the worst shot in the world. We have as well got a mag grenade from Reed here that we can throw for 3, but it would reduce the range substantially. Would have been nice to get the Armor Trooper and the Exalt and the Stun Lancer in that explosion, but no such luck. We've got a bog standard frag grenade on Bert. Okay, fine. Bert will keep in this position, and you can... Or do we keep you in this position? Maybe we run this position, activate more stuff. It looks like the little purifier that could is the only thing yet to activate. So let's get him in the mix, see if we can get it into a bit more of a favorable position. Oh, it was the Lost as well. That's fine. "16 enemies active. 21 Lost active. Yikes. And 3 of those enemies are Sectopod Hunters. Okay. Shred the armor on this one. I mean, it's a frag grenade. I'm honestly just going for the noise rather than anything else. Nacho does have the plasma grenade, but doesn't really have anywhere to use it. We do know that there's the Pathfinder back here though, so if we could get a visual on that with Nacho, we could potentially take it out, which wouldn't be a bad get. Troll Pants just has the gun. Athos has the rocket launcher actually, which this isn't the worst use. Can we get all 3 sectopods in that? We can't. And maybe we want to keep those Lost alive. 2 sectopods wouldn't be bad though. Yeah, let's run this. Nice. That's even more armor shredded. I think Shandon needs to cross the road and get onto this roof, because we need to get some work into those sectopods. Reed's already... Oh no, I didn't use the grenade on Reed, did I? Okay. Thing with Shandon is this is a pretty scary position. What kind of shot do you have? You've got 100% on that guy though. You know what? Yeah, let's start laying into it. And then we could actually kill that thing on this turn then. That said, you are wide open from this angle. So instead what we'll do is just bring you into this high cover. That stun lance is quite scary. Nacho can't get a connection on it, unfortunately. Troll Pants, I think we bring up here and then we get this gate open, so Troll Pants has got a line on that skull stun lancer. As well as that, keeping Troll Pants relatively close by everyone else so he can... What's Reed's... My god, there are so many enemies. 94? Okay. Let's bring Reed then... Or do we just go for the grenade actually? We need that gate open. Without that gate open, Troll Pants hasn't got a shot on the stun lancer. And we can't guarantee that the Overwatch would go onto it either. But in this little corner, it's probably the biggest threat. If we blow this wall open if possible, then... Let's prep this. And then, okay, that's fine. We'll move Reed here. Throw wide the gates. Oh, that's annoying. That's not the greatest thing that could have happened. I think we have to commit to that grenade though. Blows the wall open, so that's a positive. Reed still has a shot because we used prep for entry, so Reed could actually just... Yeah, we get Reed to hopefully make that connection.
Check it before you get too close.
Some solid work from Reed there. Troll Pants has got a shot on the sectopod, or on the Pathfinder. Gwen, you're throwing the lure. Still haven't quite decided where that lure is going. Pathfinder there's probably gonna take its shot at Gwen or at... Yeah, Gwen's the most likely target from that Pathfinder, which is fine. If not Gwen, then Shandin, which I'm less enthusiastic about, or Athos, which would theoretically be fine because Athos still has 2 points of shielding. Do you know what we could do? That kills that Sectopod. Does leave Nacho open to the Pathfinder a little bit, but of all of the enemies I'm worried about, the Pathfinder that's hiding back here is probably like very bottom of the list. Troll Pants, I think, gets to work on that Pathfinder. Or doesn't, as the case may be. And then... Did that? No, it didn't. I thought for a second there that the roof had, like, fell down anyway. Gwen then's got... That's a potential takedown, actually, so we'll run that. Great shot. And then Gwen has got another shot to take before we have to commit to the lure. I'd love the Pathfinder kill, to be honest with you. Although they aren't as scary as I'm like. I don't know why I'm so enthusiastic about getting rid of them. I guess we just take the best shot that Gwen's got access to thin this herd down a little bit.
Target eliminated.
Another good kill. And then the Lost Lure. We can get both Sectopods. Not all of Exalt, but we get at least one Exalt in that. Both both Sectopods, both Pathfinders, the Armored Trooper, and an Exalt seems like a pretty sweet deal. What's the alternative? We aren't 100% certain what the alternative is because Exalt are still hiding-ish. We know they're there, we just can't see them. And yeah, that is gonna connect with everything I've just said. I'm not just making it up. Oh, it's 2 Exalt as well. Or is it 1 Exalt? It's 2 Exalt, 1 Sectopod. In fact, no, it's not. Can't quite see. That's 1 Exalt, the 2 Pathfinders. That's no Sectopods. That's both Sectopods. I think this is a throw. Yeah, that's marked up a lot. And it's brought a lot more to the table as well. Of course, Pounce comes into play.
Enemy destroyed.
Gwen's on fire this mission. Ooh, freeze frame on the kill there. I know we can deal a significant amount of damage to the Sectopods with Shandin. The trick of it is that there's more of them than there are of Shandin. And they do so much damage and have so much health that I'd much prefer them to be as distracted as possible, which is currently the case. Why didn't the Purifier use its flamethrower? Because he wants to be stylish. Need to make sure we keep a charge of Athos's flamethrower in the bank for use against all these Lost, because once the aliens are taken care of, the Lost are going to absolutely turn on us. Pathfinder's taken a shot in the wrong direction, which is brilliant. And so is this guy. That's put them right up in our faces. So the main threat right now is Exalt. Exalt are not marked to be surrounded by Lost, except for Wander Griffin there.
Shot wide. Frag out.
They are still running their shots against the Lost though, which is great. Well placed grenade, has to be said. That's a psionic.
My ammo's running low. Psionic
Exalt are actually getting some work done here. Using stasis isn't the best decision really, but who am I to judge?
Medics requesting evac.
And is this giving the yeah, that's an extra turn to the Purifier, which wasn't a bad idea. I think an extra turn anyway, I can't be certain. Trooper is sacrificing itself to bring back the Scion. But as far as turns go, that was really good. Not a single shot in our direction. And we're free to get to work on Exalt now. Purifier got murdered. There, in that sort of... We'll call it a fracas. Not sure what else the Lost are up to. Oh, here we go. I think they did do some more damage on one of the Advent there.
Knock the wind out of me.
So many things that need a turn. Okay then. Let's get Exalt taken care of. So, Reed. I think Gwen actually needs a reload, which kind of sucks.
Let's do this.
Kind of makes sense that Gwen needs the reload, given the fact that they've been shooting things non-stop. You know what? Just get rid of that dasher. Might as well thin things that are a little bit too close to us. And then can you land this kill? Absolutely.
Enemy eliminated.
Next up then we'll deal with the Exalt that aren't going to be surrounded by Lost. So there's also the Scion to take into consideration as well. This would give Shandon a shot, but I'm not enthusiastic about that positioning overall. Bert's just chilling right here. Nacho could just carry on popping bolts into the sector pods, but it's probably not the greatest use of what he's got available. And then we've got Athos, who does get a really good line with the flamethrower on the Pathfinder and the Scion. And that takes care of those two problems. I prefer not to flamethrower that Pathfinder if we can avoid it though, because it does have some loot that I wouldn't mind grabbing. So actually, Troll Pants, can you kill the Pathfinder? 80%. We need 6. Go for it. Show us some moves. Okay. That's not quite the damage that we were looking for, unfortunately. Maybe instead of the flamethrower, we go for a suppression with... Although, what kind of suppression would Shandon be looking at? That's not a bad one. Sure. In fact, yeah, we'll take that suppression. Which does necessitate a reload.
Back in.
But that looks like Shandon gets a connection with the 2 sector pods, the Scion,
Blasting that target.
and then whatever Lost decide to do something as well. The sector pods and the Scion will move first, so no biggie. Bert might actually be able to deal with this Pathfinder looking at it, so let's bring Bert in. get more Lost on the go. Why not? And yeah, I mean 100%.
Visual under good.
Welcome to the squad, Bert. Athos doesn't need to do that flamethrower there anymore. Reed, I'm a bit more confident bringing in due to the suppression. 74% is not the worst shot in the world. Let's see what you can do. In the face. And torso and legs from the looks of things. That was quite the spread. We'll bring Athos up to assist with Exalt in this case. And then Nacho. Maybe we get some work done on the weakened sector pod. And actually, well, both sector pods looking at it. And then where does Nacho go? Probably back here. Yeah, okay. Because Shandon theoretically gets a kill on this sector pod that Nacho has just sliced up. But let's pull you back a little bit further then. And then there was Athos with a 44%. That's not my favorite. Instead, could you connect with both of them? No, that would have been asking for a little bit too much, I suppose. Suppression here is not a bad call, though. You only get one reaction shot out of it, but it'll be on one of these two. I'm not sure the suppression would actually connect with their Wanda here. Clara's probably the main priority. So maybe we just run that suppression. So I think that I should have checked the weapons actually. That we know that Wanda's got a grenade launcher. Interestingly, no reaction from Shandon on that. Or that.
I'm all right.
Did I just completely waste a suppression? And the sector pod just... Alright, no, it hit a Lost. It looked like it shot Wanda, but it hit a Lost. Okay, that Clara taking that shotgun shot there is fine. Bert can handle a hit.
Your body grows weak.
Not that enthusiastic about what's happened here.
I need some help.
Troll Pants is nearby.
I'm up.
Okay, Bert's down to just health now, and he's only got 6. I don't think we actually got anything out of Shandon there. I'm sure the suppression landed, but might be I'm going mad. I'll take the Risen Stun Lancer going further away from us. And this Scion's doing a lot of work for us as well by, you know, putting zombies in place of things with guns. I think just through clever, we'll call it clever, use of the Lost here, this was a scary looking set of enemies. Exalt are already out. They're like, they've taken a look at this and they're like, just, we out? This was a scary looking set of enemies, but I think it's in hand. Because the ultrasonic lure is so good. Like, the Lost aren't necessarily dealing much damage to stuff. I think they have landed 1 or 2 kills. But what they're doing instead is making it so we aren't the ones being shot. And we're able to just clean up. Okay, Shannon needs a reload, but looks like they've got a... reasonable shot. Abomination I'm not too enthusiastic about. The Scion for 63% will hold what I'd love is if Athos can connect a flamethrower here. Reed probably comes back. Doesn't do anything else but comes back for a bit of healing. Shandon we could theoretically bring forward. Or do we... What about bringing Gwen forward? 'Cause Gwen's still got a full suite of shielding available. Advanced Wildcat's nice. And then we have got Shadowfall on Gwen as well, which could potentially take care of this thing. It's got 7 effective health actually, so maybe not. Hold that thought. Where does Athos go? Or does Reed take this shot? Or does Reed take the 94% shot? Sword. We need 7 to kill. There is that psionic lunatic back there, so maybe breaking cover's not the greatest idea. Let's take the shotgun. That's what we were looking for.
Deflection.
Thanks very much, Reed. Never had any doubt. That frees Athos up a little bit then to move up here. That psionic has evac'd. That's why it's not there. Now what kind of work can this flamethrower do? We can catch the Scion, we can catch the other Exalt, and we can catch a couple of Lost. Yeah, we'll run that.
Firing incendiary.
Scion also takes care of that zombie. And we panicked Wanda. Poor Wanda. I think she's probably burning as well. It's not a good day to be Wanda. Shandon moves up to Gwen. Bert, honestly, kind of not enthusiastic about getting you murdered here, so let's bring you just back here. 6 health is not a good amount of health. You can just overwatch. You just chill, man. You've done some good work. Just take it easy. Troll Pants, I think we move up to a little bit. Yeah, we can move Troll Pants here relatively safely, actually. Gwen, I don't know if I want to shield wall with. Shandon's got the 99% shot, so we might as well get rid of this thing. Doesn't quite kill it, but the Lost should theoretically take care of it next turn. And then there was Nacho. Actually, we've still got things to do with Gwen here too. Nacho probably wants to look at getting some work done along here. The vault on the sectopod isn't the worst idea, or yeah, the plasma grenade doesn't do much for us. Maybe we just kill the sectopod actually. That should connect with... That should... Or do we go for the zombie? Maybe the zombie's the right call. That should still connect with the sectopod there. Or do we go for the bigger selection? In fact, Nacho doesn't get a kill on that zombie. Hasn't really got a good angle on that further back sectopod. She's chilling. We could guarantee the kill on this sectopod then. But again, I haven't really got the greatest angle. This is probably my favorite. So I think we'll run that.
My strike surges forth.
It's not like the last wave. I forgot they explode! Whoops. Nacho took a bit of damage that they really didn't need to take there. Clean that dasher up, please, Gwen. Thank you.
Kill confirmed.
A1's not bad. Maybe we try and clean up some of this. The zombies in particular are worth a try. Ah, okay. It's fine. Sectopod's still doing distraction work for us. I'm wondering if we try and capture those Exalt. And this, I think that was a hunter. Oh, Stunlance is coming in for some. Oh, there's the Overwatch. Bert reminding us that he is still here. I am relevant. I do matter.
Fire in the zone.
Okay, we're not capturing Wanda. There's more lost. Oh, it wasn't a hunter. It was just a little trooper. Well,
Miss.
half of this mission, Gwen's been great. Half of this mission, Gwen's been missing shots. This Sectopod's in a bit of a predicament, huh? I think Shandon and Nacho can clean up the Sectopod. I'd like, actually, to try and capture Clara Prado. Which would involve 3 turns bleed out to get her to the evac across this unholy mess. I think we'll use Reed to do it.
I'm trusting you here.
It's an assault, more or less. So I think it's worth a try. We'll hang fire on actually sending Reed into the quagmire of loss that's going on there for a sec. This Stun Lancer, actually, you know what, Bert? Give us a 4. Or just miss entirely.
Target still standing.
Troll Pants? Thank you. Okay, I was a little bit worried there. Next up is gonna be Shandon with the 99% blue screen rounds, although now that I say that out loud, I'm looking at how much armor that thing's got. But actually, we should be able to land a kill on it.
Hard target, minimal damage.
Can't quite make out exactly how much health it's got. It's got 4 hit points left. So yeah, Shannon, if you could just put that thing to sleep for us. The explosion takes care of some of the lost. And then we've still got 2 active aliens, which is the trooper back there, and I'm not sure what else. Oh, maybe it's still counting the Exalt that Reed's got currently in custody, such as it were. Nacho, do you have a line on the trooper? I don't necessarily want you to actually take that, thinking about it further. What we could do then is bring Gwen up. Land a shot on that howler wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to do first, actually. Right.
Shot wide.
Come on, Gwen, get it together.
Ready to rock.
Reed, we're hanging on to. Nacho might need to take care of that howler, because Athos is going to be sending a flamethrower this way, although is it Roust going to be the better choice? Probably a Roust, actually. A little bit more range. We don't quite get that dasher. Nacho might be able to take care of the dasher though. Yeah, we'll Roust this lot.
We have multiple targets down.
Brute doesn't appear to have been set on fire, unfortunately. I think there's enough lost out there that the trooper's just going to be distracted. Really like it if Nacho landed these pistol shots though. Great. And again on the Brute, if you'd be so kind. Thank you. Putting it to work. And then that means that we can zip over here.
This world is ours.
Get rid of this howler. Trooper's still active. And I don't really like how much health Nacho's got, but these things can't exactly move very far, so... Oh, Nacho can actually grab this loot without being poisoned. I guess we'll do that. 5 lost to go. Nice bit of loot on this mission overall. And then Reed can start making a run, I suppose. That trooper should be distracted enough to make this a reasonable run. We've got to grab the VIP, and then we need to grab the Sapper, I think it was. But I mean, the Sapper's right by the evac, so that's not a problem. That car explosion, I'll take it. And it looks like the dash is going for the trooper. And then we've just got the brutes and another little lost to deal with. Can Reed make it? Not just yet, but that's not the worst thing in the world. I guess we know that Reed has to make this run, so you keep on keeping on, good buddy. Gwen's got a full mag, so where's going to be the best location for Gwen to take the shots they need? Next, we put Gwen wide open. Make Gwen as enticing as possible for that trooper up there.
Target neutralized.
And then you get the lightning hands on the brute. Gwen might actually just be able to put this brute down. And manages it.
Target disabled.
Outstanding achievement in
That's affirmative.
Phalanx technology. So then, I guess we'll bring Shandon, looks like the closest to the VIP. We'll cap the VIP on the next turn. But I think we need to get in position to hit the evac. So we'll get you in this cover. Nacho gets poisoned if she runs through there, so actually just come around here for now. And then Troll Pants. You don't need to run the full marathon, so just get with Bert. Athos. Actually, let's get you in this cover. We could. We've got the Dasher. Let's just Overwatch, because we don't really need to worry too much otherwise. This poor trooper.
Forgive me.
Doesn't even manage to kill the Dasher. Knocks it down though, so you know, trooper's probably going to live another day here. And that's another swarm in the mix. But we're close to the end.
Nailed him.
I love Pounce. Doesn't really quite have the same impact when it's just a huge swarm of lost coming at you, but even so, actually the dash is still the dash is dedicated to this trooper. Connects as well. That's a battle of the century going down on that rooftop. Meanwhile, Troll Pants caps this VIP. The VIP should actually potentially make that run. Reed can grab the
Location confirmed.
extra sapper and evac out with a potential captured Exalt.
Looks like you found one of the other resistance operatives that was the
Thank you very much,
in this
Reed.
area.
And
Sure
yes,
be
we
glad
did
to
capture
see you.
success. Awesome. So we've come out of this mission with 3 new troops. Shandon. I mean, we're not worried about that trooper, let's be honest. I don't know why I was like
Menace
thinking about it
1-5,
for a
you've
second
got
there.
the primary targets in
Now,
tow.
can our
Any additional
fragile
operatives
VIP
if
make the
possible,
evac?
but
Not
make sure
quite,
you
but
get
that's
our
fine.
contacts
We
to
can
the
get
evac point.
to Gwen. Athos still has a bit of a flamethrower in the tank, so we might as well take advantage of that.
On my way.
There's so much going on in this mission that I'm getting the occasional little frame lock up,
Understood. Moving out.
but we're at the end. Last little bit of cleanup to do, and then we go home.
Moving to position.
With 3 new recruits, no less. Including Bert. A welcome addition, to be sure. I think we can safely get Amelia Delgado into this position, ready to evac on the next turn. Athos, set these fools on fire. Can we connect with all of them? We can.
This might burn a little.
Ah,
Hostiles eliminated.
some real work done by Athos this mission, it's got to be said. And it's just really satisfying to, you know, see them all go down like that. Gwen, do you want to land this?
Enemies down.
Excellent. And then we'll bring you over to
Orders
the
confirmed. On the
VIP,
move.
just in case that trooper decides to do something mean. Bert moves up. Actually, this sapper could just... Can you get a grenade up there and just take care of that nonsense? That's a weird looking dude.
Nothing we can do now. They're gone.
Killed him.
And there's 2 lost left, I think both of which are on fire. Nacho can honestly just get out. Troll Pants can too.
Go, go, go.
So yeah. Short of a complete disaster, I think we're home free. With a couple of scrapes, but that's about it. 3 sector pods that were made to look relatively easy with the power of the old blue screen rounds and the Lost Lure. That's a nice miss. I didn't really want to see Athos take more damage there. Or any damage, in fact, given the fact that, you know, they haven't taken any hit point damage. Could actually land this kill just for good measure if you want. Nah, you can't. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
You've done enough, Athos.
Need a resupply.
So let's finally just position everyone in the evac. Oh, Shandon can't quite make it. Maybe Shandon can once Athos goes. We'll have to check that. VIP goes. Bert goes.
Double time.
And Gwen might have a round in the chamber. They do. Not really keen on that 77er. Well, you know what? Just take the Shadow Fall on that thing. So even if Shandon doesn't make it, there's no real threat. You get out.
VIP secure and in position for evac.
Roger that.
Now can
Fire
Shandon
Brand
make
has
it?
the
Not
VIP.
quite, unfortunately.
Commander, we should get the rest of our people to the extraction point as soon as possible.
We'll
The longer we wait around,
just
the
blue
worse
move
our
with Shandon
chances
in that case, and
I'm going.
Shandon can Overwatch just, you know, for funsies. You take that 58%, why not? Yeah, no go.
Damage.
Go out.
Getting out of here.
And then there was Shandon,
Scanning.
left all alone. That's actually the last lost, so we leave with a clean map.
Stepping off. I'm gone.
Nice.
All XCOM operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
Operation Trail of Stroke. Pretty strong success, I would say. Genuinely surprised that Nacho stole the MVP award again, considering. 86 damage, moved the most, picked up the most loot, 14 kills. That's kind of on the low, but then again, is it? In fact, before we look any further, oh, I can't anymore, never mind, committed to it. Troll Pants didn't get much done in terms of killing stuff. Overall, little bit of spare parting going on, but landed things when they counted, so, you know, can't complain too much. It's actually super low stats for the mission containing the loss. 1 kill, 9 damage, good lord. Troll Pants was just there for moral support. I'm not even going to try and dress it up. Athos is who I thought was going to get the MVP award, to be entirely honest with you. 18 kills, 110 damage dealt. most hated unit was definitely the Lost. Gwen as well did some pretty significant work. 14 of 17 shots, and then 4 of 5 on the Overwatch is pretty damn good accuracy. 12 kills with that pistol, 94 damage dealt, and really hates dashes. Reed didn't get to do much because of evacuating with that Exalt unit, but took the shots where they counted. Reed was kind of like frontlining against Exalt, to be fair. And then Shandon putting those blue screen rounds and that ridiculously high aim to work. And yeah, most hated unit definitely the Sectopods, but A+. And given the fact that last episode overran by a fair bit, and this one has as well, we'll have a look at the new recruits and any promotions and what have you next time. If we even got any promotions. I feel like we might have. 3 new recruits is pretty damn good, irrespective of whether or not there were promotions included, though. Definitely not going to turn your nose up at that. Yeah, no promotions yet again. Nacho's actually shaken. Looks like Reed is as well, so they're going to be out for a little while. 28 kills in 5 missions for Athos. Like, that flamethrower is insane. 3 missions and 24 kills. But I think every mission that Gwen's been on has been with the Lost. And Shandon's up there on the kill count now as well. The work has definitely been put in. And we get an additional Illyrium core. Advanced Wildcat cartridges is quite nice. Like guaranteed +1 damage on crits. But then grazing on non-critical hits by an extra 8%. So a little bit of a downside, huh? Oh well. All said and done. Delaying that dark event for the Avatar project. Renew recruits. Yeah. We'll take it. And a whole new round of traits to look at as well. But as I said before, we'll look at all that and more next time. Thank you very much as always. And I'll see you then. Take care.